I've just changed the headlight bulb in a Mk5 Mondeo. Weight Watchers, eat your heart out. If headlights did aspect ratios, the Mk5 Mondeo is widescreen. As you can see, I've adjusted my aspect ratio to a cinematic one. Tell you what, it's getting friggin' warm in here. This is your standard Mk5 Mondeo headlamp. There is no HID in it. It is just bog standard halogen headlamp. I'm going to run through the bulbs that fit inside this headlight as quickly as possible before I die of boredom. So first up, our normal dip beam. This is just your standard 55 watt halogen headlamp bulb. So what's next? Let's pop the side lamp bulb out, shall we? There we go. The little capless side lamp or position lamp bulb. This is where this shit gets interesting. In these headlamps you have what's called your daytime running bulb, and these double up as your main beam bulb. Now you might be told you've got to buy a complete headlight just to get that bulb, but that's not the case. You can get these bulbs, but to get them out you've got to prise the connector off, and then they just twist out, preferably with a pair of pliers. And there you have it. One daytime running bulb. The question is, how many shackles have you got to pay for that bulb? In fact, if you wanted to take notes on prices, your standard headlamp bulb is about £16 from Ford. The side light bulb, this one, I don't know. I don't know what it costs. You know what? I don't bloody care what it costs. It can't be much. Your daytime running bulb, try £39. Oh, by the way, these £40 daytime running bulbs, I've only ever had one blow, so don't worry too much. But that did get me thinking, you know, because there's another bulb in this headlight I haven't mentioned yet. There's another bulb I've never had to replace. What could it be? Where is it? Da, da, da. Okay, whatever. It's an indicator bulb. But I can tell you now, have any of you ever had to replace an indicator bulb in your Mk5 Mondeo? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone at all? That's a fancy little bulb, isn't it? I'll tell you what, it's got a fancy little price tag as well. Let's see, shall we? This is called a bulb and a sock. The plastic casing is called a sock, and they're £20 each plus VAT. But there again, looking on the bright side, if they last forever, who bloody cares? Here's a piece of information. If you felt the need to go out and buy a full set of bulbs for your Mk5 Mondeo headlamp, it would cost you about £90 including the VAT. If you wanted to buy a complete brand spanking new headlight from the Ford Motor Company, which by the way comes complete with a full set of bulbs, it'll cost you £165 plus VAT. So by my count, this shiny cinematic headlamp isn't all that expensive when you take the bulbs out. Well, there's not a whole lot more I can tell you here, really, is there? There's a motor in here to raise and lower your headlamp beam. You have manual Allen key adjusters to do your left, right and up and down headlamp adjustment. Plastic, and it's glued to the main casing of the headlight as well, so don't think it comes off if you break it. You've got to buy a new headlight. Now, far be it from me to stir it up or cause controversy, but it has been said the standard headlights in these Mk5 Mondeos are a little bit on the dim side, and believe me, I have had quite a number of taxi drivers tell me so. I'm going to switch the headlights on. Well, they look all right to me, but there again, I'm not driving the car at night, am I? But you know, I reckon it must be a problem because enough people have said so. They can't all be wrong, can they? And here's the thing, if you have the standard headlights on your Mk5 Mondeo with the 55 watt halogen dip beams, and you're thinking of upgrading to like 100 watt halogen bulbs to make your headlights brighter, just bear this in mind, the OEM wiring in these motor cars may not be sufficient for the extra current draw. So there's a possibility you could end up burning your goddamn wiring out. Hey, I'm just saying. So that's it then. There's nothing more to say, but there is one thing left to do. Put this headlamp where it belongs, in the trash can. Just one last thing. Hey, you never know, do you? So once again, you've learned probably that much. See ya.